in June. We're building a world and ready to win. Join our crew, it's never too late. Songs of parts racing come into blaze. We're building a community that forever stays. We're building a community that forever stays. Steamers rising from the tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies, adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Silver Shade here, and we're looking at Project Castaway today. That's right. I'm kind of really excited to check this one out. I've been watching Majestic Carlin play this one quite a bit. She knows a lot more about it than I do. So yeah, I got a key from her from a giveaway. So big shout out to her and the devs for giving her a bunch of keys to do that giveaway. So that's really, really cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to start a brand new game. And I'm going to set the difficulty to easy. I know. It seems like it's like that's the easy way. It's like I've never played this game, so I'm going to try and keep it as easy as I can. That may eventually change if I continue to play it. I'm going to turn conditions off. I'm sure there are some things that might still happen, but I'm going to try and keep it as simplified as I can, because like I said, I've never played this. So if I don't know what's going on and I don't know how to solve things, I get frustrated too easy. So for now, I'm just going to keep it as simple as I can. Oh, hey, Sarah, welcome on in. So we're going to go survival, test survival skills by managing resources, crafting tools, fending off threats from the wilderness. So we'll do that. I'm going to keep respawning on. We'll keep that on. Survival, hardcore, no. Conditions, no. Responding, yes. Time, speed, normal. Difficulty, easy. Yep, we're going to just stick with that. And we just have to wait here. Really long load time. Here we go.
This is James Alivari. I'm recording this in the middle of a storm, one that came out of nowhere. My plane's instruments are failing. Radio, communications, GPS, all gone. But if anyone finds this, I need you to know why I'm here. I'm searching for my uncle, Seamus Alivari. He was more than just family. He was my hero. He worked as an on-site researcher and archaeologist for Mordenpole Inc., a company with a reputation that's as murky as the waters we're flying over. The last time we spoke, he told me he was heading to the site of the legendary Golden Horizon, a place that's shrouded in mystery and danger. I begged him not to go, but he felt he had no choice. My mother is sick, and my father's been gone for years. I think Uncle Seamus took that job because he felt responsible, like he had to take care of us. But now he's been missing for 14 months, and Mordenpole's giving me the runaround. The police have been no help either, so I've decided to take matters into my own hands. I found a set of coordinates in his home office, clues to where he might have gone. My plan was to start in the Caribbean and work my way to the Pacific. But now, I'm not so sure I'll make it. If this is the end for me, please, let it be known that Seamus Aliveri was a good man. He didn't deserve whatever happened to him. And if I don't make it, someone out there, please, continue the search.
Oh, we're going down. Here we go. Bang! Into the water. Oh, hey, Majestic. Well, come on in. You're here. You're on a phone call. My daughter needs a ride to the doctor, so I have to dip at 3:30. Okay, no problem. Yeah, just crash landed. Yeah, that too. So I finally got out of the water. Now, oh, this morning when I was just before stream, I did see something that I did discover something that's actually extremely irritating, at least for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but whenever I need to, there may be times when I have to get the cursor out of the game. It minimizes the game, and I have to go. Then I have to click the game back up to bring it back up again. It's actually extremely irritating that that the game has to I have to minimize it. You can't see it, but I can see it. But I have to that the game minimizes, and there's no option for different graphic settings under here. Yeah, it's just full screen. That's it. There's no borderless. Yeah, there's no borderless option, so I can't. Like right now, you can see the mouse is just stuck right here, and yeah, that's very, very irritating to me because there's quite a few times when I may have to get out of the game, go do something. Like if I got to check on Discord or something, or I got to type something. If like on stream, if someone asks me a question, I got to type in. Very, very irritating. All right, so find and pick up a small stick. I will bring it up to dark light. Thank you, Majestic. I appreciate that. I figured you would. I figured you had more information on that you probably were aware of that. But yeah, that's extremely irritating. I mean, right now it's not that big a deal. But when I'm normally playing, like right now, but there are going to be times when I'm going to have to get out of the game to do something. And it's extremely irritating. And smash it to retrieve stone shards. Okay. Open journal and craft the stone axe. Stone axe. All right, chop the palm tree. Also, you can add it into my Project Castaway Discord channel as Dark checks it for new stuff. Okay. I'll try to remember. I just got a lot going on right now. Drink some liquids. Coconuts. Okay. Wow, that's hard to read. Holy cow, that is very hard to read. Wow. Turn that way, I can't even read that. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna need some work. There, we're good, because that is like, yeah, that's bad. That's very bad. At least here I can read. I go where it's on the dark background, so that's good. But at least they're aware of it. That's a good thing. All right, let's drink some liquids. Coconuts are a good source of liquids, but you can also place a sliced coconut shell on a turtle and collect rain. Consume options available with your backpack open and hover over an item, whether it's on the, okay, open up the backpack. Okay, refreshing the rain. Okay. All right. Stupid hornet. All right, gotta get used to the controls. I don't want that. Just looking through. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I need some more stuff. Did you see you can reduce some keybinds as well? You talk about in the options? Let's see. Yeah, right now the keybinds aren't the problem. Let me check. I just want to see the keybinds real quick. Yeah, I did see the sprint. Yeah. Open backpack build. Yeah, those are okay. Those are fine. Just struggling. All right, I want to try and figure this out. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, I got it, Majestic. I figured it out. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. First rule I always play whenever, even though they got the tutorial, first rule is I always like to craft weapons. I like to protect myself. I've played like Ark, Survival Evolved. I want to chop down some stuff. This one over here. Yeah, no problem, Majestic. It's cool. It's cool. Welcome, Andrea. Welcome on in. No, because I know it's not that you're pushy. It's just you know this game better than I do. Yeah, so yeah, obviously you're gonna know where things are way faster than me. So it's like yeah, yo, you gotta go here, go here, go here. It's no problem. Oh, hey, Evelyn. Well, come on in. I'm just looking at this as just me experimenting. I like to see whenever, obviously, you know, I start a game, I want to be able to, you know, figure things out, kind of figure it out on my own until I get stuck. I've seen you play it enough that I kind of know a little bit of what to do, but obviously not enough. That's what I'm. There we go. I got it. And there's Mr. Komodo dung. Yeah, I knew he was there. See, that's why whenever I play games like this, I always like to get a weapon ready, because you never know what you're going to face. Yeah, there you go. Goodbye. Got him. That will be good, holding my finger so I don't type anything now. All right. Let's see. Welcome, Matthew. Welcome on in. Glad you could make it. When's she back? Are you referring to Sarah? In case I don't know if I said welcome on in, Evelyn and Andrea. Welcome all. I may have. She will be back. Let's see, what's tonight? Tuesday. She'll be on her cozy channel tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow she'll be here at 6 p.m. I believe she's doing Skyrim tomorrow. All right, gotta go find Trace's the uncle. I don't, but I do have it. It is something I am considering trying to play. We do know we have other content creators. Sarah has knows a content creator that plays it. Dempsey also is thinking about playing it as well. Sarah picked it up. I've got it. So we're thinking of eventually playing Rust. I own a big server. Well, that's cool. That's very cool. But, you know, Sarah's got a friend that knows someone's got a server. So, hi, Zen. Welcome on in. Glad you could make it. I'm guessing up there. This arrow is very weird. I wanted you guys to test it out. That's cool. No, we've got, like I said, Sarah knows someone that that they have their server that they play on. You play Ark? I used to play Ark. I haven't in a while. And thank you for the dino roar. Yeah, I used to play Ark Survival Evolved. But then there was some big drama over Ark Survival Ascended, and I just haven't bothered to play it since. Hey, Brick Girl, welcome on in. Glad you could make it. Yeah, I was not a fan of what they did between the Evolved and Ascended. Was not a fan. Really dark. There we go. Must feel we're not seeing swiftly now, doesn't it? Oh, unless that's you, Swiftly. How are you finding it so far? I've got to get used to it. There's some things that I wish I had. Like I'm used to having like a flashlight at the start. This is really dark for me. There's also some issues with not being able to, if I have to move the cursor out of the screen. The borderless window is also an issue. They're not deal breakers, but there's just things that I like to be able to do. And it's and I'm hoping that they'll work on the tutorial bit, because I really feel that they should have weapons right at the start when you get for this particular type of game. Because you land, they don't tell you to create. They teach you how to chop trees and stuff. That's great, but you really need a weapon, especially if you got things like that. Yes, really. Yeah, no, it does not have borderless window. Nope. No, it don't. So if I pull this up, my cursor gets stuck right there. It won't go outside the window. Yep. Yeah, it's stuck there. Yeah, I agree. Startup Sword needs work. It does need some work. And I feel like we could use, I mean, it looks like there's a kind of a light glow around, but I think what they need to, if not a flashlight, but maybe during the tutorial, like maybe teach you right away to create, if there's like a torch you can carry, you know, so you can get light around you for this, because obviously you're not gonna have a flashlight. You know, me and I have a flashlight, but you really need, you can craft, yes, but they don't tell you that here at the start. Awesome. Yeah, because that's one of the things the things I think they need to have right at the start is weapon, torch, the drinking of the food is fine. And then the crafting and creating a safe place to, like you mentioned before, Majestic, like a place to sleep and save your game. I think those all are critical, because this feels like you're starting to get into story elements and you hadn't even saved the game yet. Yeah, weapon, torch, bed, food, water. Yeah, it's like shelter, like creating a basic shelter. I think those are all things that are critical that need to be in the tutorial. So I'm glad that at least they're going to be creating that. But yeah, this definitely it's a little, it's confusing, because it's like I've played like Ark and other survival games, and they always teach you got to get your weapon, got to get your food, get your shelter up before you even get into like any kind of story elements. And even then, some don't even have story elements. It's just, you got to get in there and you just survive. Dark and I chatted about that. Need a safe spot. Yeah, absolutely agree with that, Majestic. You absolutely are right. We do need a safe. It does need a safe spot much sooner. Okay. Tree. Okay. So it looks like it's down there. See, this is what's, yeah, okay. Okay, well, that's interesting. So even if he lets the plane seat wash up the starter island and you can then sleep and save, the start would be, yeah, something like that, like a very temporary shelter would be good. I gotta get down from here. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I know. Definitely mind the ankles. Definitely. Oh, here we go. It's the journal. That's the B. Open journal. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. I almost feel like if you're gonna, any kind of building, I think what they need to do is B for building, J for journal, or something like that. Because it's like, I hit B, I want to build. I don't think of B as a journal. So yeah, that's just a little weird that they got it like that. And I'm still trying to find traces of my uncle. Yeah, this arrow is weird. It is weird, but I think B for book. Yeah, well, it depends on the games you play. See, I do a lot of building games. And because the games I build, most of the time the keybind is B. Most of the time. Except for maybe, like Satisfactory, I think it's F, I think. It's been a while since I've played. Yeah, this directional arrow is really weird. Yeah, it's so yeah, that's why I'm thinking. I mean, if they can make that so you can be adjusted where you can set it to what you want, that'd be perfectly fine. I'd be okay with that. But it's, see, like I said, whenever I go to, a B for me is build. Like I want to build something, and normally for me, tab, typically a lot of the games I play, tab is your inventory, it's your journal, all combined in a lot of games, not the backpack. Yeah, B is built for most of the games. You're absolutely right. Yeah, this arrow is very confusing. There is a radio wheel, but it doesn't. But I don't know what it is on keyboard mouse. Okay. Be 20 meters. Yeah. Alt. Okay. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, Alt. But I hardly use those. I hardly ever use radio wheels. I hardly ever use them. See, it seems like I'm going away from. Okay, so I guess I gotta get up there somehow. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotta go. I will keep you tabbed up and listen to you back soon. Okay, thanks, Majestic. Brit Girl can take over from here. Yeah, yeah. Energy bar. Set tape.
James, if you're hearing this, things have taken a turn I didn't anticipate. This is your uncle, Seamus. I don't have much time, so I'll keep this brief. I didn't want to drag you or your mother into this mess, but life doesn't always give us a choice. The debts, they were crushing me. I couldn't bear the thought of leaving that burden on you both, so when Mordenpole Inc. came knocking with their offer, I took it. I knew it was risky, but I didn't know just how deep the darkness ran, the mission they sent us on. It wasn't just about research. This island, James, it's unlike anything I've ever encountered. The ruins here hold secrets that shouldn't be uncovered. Mordenpole knew that, and they sent us anyway. They sent us to awaken something. We were a team when we started, trained, equipped. But this place, it's not just the elements that are hostile. It's as if the island itself is alive, testing us, preying on our fears, our regrets. One by one, I've watched my team fall. Good people, lost to something I can't even fully understand. I'm alone now, trying to keep the darkness at bay, but it's getting harder. Every step I take feels like it's pulling me deeper into the island's grasp. I've found things, James. Things that should have stayed buried. I'm not sure what Mordenpole is after anymore, but I know it's nothing good. If you're here, if you followed the breadcrumbs I left, I need you to know something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't stronger, that I couldn't protect the people who depended on me. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you and your mother when you needed me the most. I don't know how this will end, but I have to believe there's still hope, that there's still a way to make things right. Just be careful, James. Trust your instincts, and don't let this place take you too.
All right. So, oh, now we gotta do the. Hey, how do I? No. Hey, Icarus, welcome on in. Thank you for Leroy Jenkins. New condition to thirst. Yep. Well, I spent forever trying to figure this out. Yeah, I hate them too. And it's not just this game that's bad. It's a lot of games. It's like you hit the ladder and you got to go revert. You know, use the reverse key. Or, you know, you think you hit the ladder, you want to go, you know, forward to go down when you're looking, but no, you got to hit the other key. It's like ridiculous. All right, come on now. Might be stuck. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, I have issues with them too. Come on. Thank you. I need to get water. Yeah, see, that's what it needs to, yeah, they got to prioritize water and food and stuff, because I'm going to die, and I'm just now getting to the part where I get to make my bed, and I'm thirsty. Come on. Choppy chop. All right, there we go. Go for the bigger trees, cut the bigger palm trees, should get coconuts to tie. Yeah, that's just what I did. Yep, I had a feeling that's where we're going to get some. While I'm here, I'm going to chop down another one. I figured at least if I can eat a coconut, that'll at least kind of help me out a little bit. Timber! Okay. All right, that'll help me out a little bit. Okay, what are you pointing me toward? And use the logs palm frond to build. Yeah, I'll look at that. I'll get them in a second. See, I think what's happening is they got these, look like they're pointing me toward, I guess, notes? I can't even. Yeah. Yeah, those darn hornets. And it looks like there, I guess, is this just me or is this a glitch? Because it's looking like there's some kind of a note here, supposedly. Yeah, it looks like it's still here. Yeah, it's still here. Yep, it's definitely still here. Okay, I took a replay clip just in case. I'll try to remember to let Majestic know. It's still here. Okay. I think my honest opinion with these arrows, my honest opinion, I think they're nice to a degree, but I'm getting confused. It's pointing me, and I don't know where to go. It's just pointing up. Sometimes I'll glitch again. Okay. Yeah, these arrows, they're nice, but I'm really confused. I don't know what they're trying to tell me. It's just basically I'm just spinning in circles. So yeah, it's yeah, from a person just starting out, this is really confusing. What they need to do to tutorials, they need to say, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to do this, this, and this. This is, it's like it's very confusing. I'm just going to temporarily just use this cave for now. You need to take people through setting up first before chasing the lure. Yes, they do. Yeah. Okay. I can't see worth a darn. Yeah. I'm getting frustrated. Okay. I can kind of see here. Yeah, I think if they get the tutorial, it'll help. But yeah, they need to prioritize torches, I think. Torches, food, because right now, even though I know they can be built, but as a new player, I don't know that. If I was a new player, I don't know that. I really like adding the greens to the builds in this one. It's very sad. Yeah, I do agree that I do like that. But the one thing that from a building perspective I don't like is carrying the resources. I like having them all in kind of a bag and just using them as I need them. I'm not a fan of carrying. That's just me personally because I play a lot of building games. So to me, it's odd having to carry the resources. I don't know the game, but is there anything I can do to help? Not really, Sarah. It's just a lack of tutorial, and then teaching you the ropes. It is quite different to other survival games. It really is. It really, really is. Yeah, they do throw in head first, and now at this part, it's like, what do? There's nothing to push you. I know you'll be a pro at it before you know. I imagine, I imagine I'm right there with you. Hey, what happened to my spear? It must have broke. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a shell. Yeah, but I want my spear. See, I know I got some sticks I've already got over here. Large stick. Yeah, I think, see, for me, I like quests. I like quests. I like being able to have like something to aim for. You know, a target. And right now, I mean, I know there's notes, but I don't know where they are. I don't know what I have to do. I guess the best thing it helps is that it's telling me I need to drink some clean water. So let's go ahead and come here, you. This is probably the best thing I can do for a quest right now. Come here. Thank you. I don't want to drink. Hold to carry. Okay. So I guess that's what we just put down to get water. Yeah, but I think it's got to rain. I got to wait for the rain. I spent about 300 in this game since early access. There is lore, but tapes kind of tell you what to do as you find them. Agree, it is absolutely unclear the way it is now. Yeah, it's very unclear. See, the way I'm looking at it is someone who's new to the game, which I technically am. Even though I watch Majestic, I'm approaching it as someone that's just going, "Ooh, I want to play this game." And I can tell you right now, I'm frustrated. But I'm doing my best to stay calm because I think the game has got potential. I like the graphics. I really do. No, it's salty. You can't drink that. You got to get fresh water. Yeah, I love the graphics. I love what they're doing with it. I think it's a great idea. But it still needs work. The tutorial, you got to get the tutorial in here. You got to teach people the basics of survival, getting a shelter, check the journal for a water collector. See, that's the thing they need to teach, water collection. And, where is it? Metal barrel stove, campfire, furnace, shelters and beds, brewing cup, leather pouch for carrying liquids, spice container. Yeah, I don't see anything for water collector. I see absolutely nothing. Utilities, a gear wheel at the top. Water collector. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the spinning wheel to make it. See, that's the thing. I'm getting too it's getting too far into it. I'm getting far. I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break.
Steamers rising from the tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies, adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, come into base. We're telling games. Chris Wade didn't land so far with every time we raise the bar. Sarah stands tall, eyes on the track, guiding our journey, never looking back. Silver shade, hands on the throttle, we ride the breeze in full throttle. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join.
Okay, I'm back. Let's not go with the complicated stuff yet. It's breaking my brain. I need to focus on, yes, I know that's get water, but I need to keep it simple. I'm already overwhelmed as it is. If you can, please keep this simple for me, because otherwise I'm on the verge of just saying, you know, this game is not for me. It's too complicated right now. It's throwing you in the deep end. I don't understand what I'm doing. Normally I prioritize shelter, food, stuff, and it's not clear what I need to do, and I'm extremely frustrated. So I understand you want to help me, but please keep it simple, because I'm already frustrated as it is. And the more frustrated I get, the faster I just want to say, I'm done with the game. And that's not good, because then I want to keep playing it, because I like to be able to, be able to collab with Majestic. But if I get to a point where I just never want to play it again, that's not good. And I want to play it. That's the thing. Yeah, thank you. You know, I understand that needs to get done, but I need to be able to take it at my own pace. If things get thrown at me, because it's already confusing. It is. I don't know how to build. I kind of see how to build things, but it doesn't teach you the basics of survival. And that's what's frustrating is I'm going this. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know. I know what I have to do, but I have a hard time understanding what I need to do to survive in this game. Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It teaches you nothing. You're right. It teaches absolutely nothing as it stands. And when I get thrown, it's not your fault, Brickrow Gamer. It's not your fault at all. You're trying to help. It's just when I'm frustrated and when it feels like I'm at a certain level trying to figure this out, and then all of a sudden I'm getting thrown like you gotta go through all these now complicated things. It makes it even harder on me and gets more frustrated. I know you're trying to help. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just frustrated because I'm trying to grapple with this game. I'm trying to stay as calm as I can. You know, it doesn't tell you how to cool yourself off. I'm only doing this because I know Majestic. I've seen Majestic do it, but it doesn't teach you. That's the thing. They need a better job of teaching you. See, that's the thing. They just throw you in the deep end, and that's it. And they expect you to figure it out. And that's going to turn a lot of people off. I rage quit this so many times. Yeah, and I get that. And see, now I need to drink more water. I'm spending more time trying to cool myself off than I am trying to get clean water to drink. Yeah, that's the thing that they need to do, is they need to prioritize getting the resources for survival. I mean, eating coconuts it's great, but I understand the need for getting that water. But the thing they don't tell you is that, you know, they need to teach you the basics. If you don't understand the basics, it's not going to do any good, and I'm still trying to cool off, and I'm just not cooling off. There's still some balance in the food, water, temps. Yeah. I got the shells. Like, I gotta find banana leaf. Sticks I can find. But more time, water cooling off than building in. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's why I turned off conditions. I turned off as much as I could to make it made it easy. But it honestly, it still doesn't feel easy. Yeah, can you drink the water? Yeah, well, you can eat them, which will give you the water. I do like the Komodo now stays upside down. Is he upside down? I can't tell. Looks like he is. Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah, you can actually eat the coconuts, which will kind of refill the water, but the problem is you got to find the coconuts, and of course, it's dark, and I can't see the coconuts on the ground. And I'm thirsty. It's getting blurry. The wooden torch. Okay, so I need, looks like cloth. I guess cloth and a stick. I don't even know where the cloth is. Newer. Oh, hi, Leo. Well, come on in. Glad you could make it. Now let's sleep a little more. Yeah, he left me a present. Thank you, Leo. Let's see, did a coconut happen to fall? I don't think one, palm fronds. I don't think any did. And I just, oh, guess I don't have my axe no more. Did they not have the blurry mode? Is there a Brick Girl, is there a way to turn off this blurry mode? The side effect of being thirsty. Don't think you can turn that off. Yeah, that they need to be able to have an option to turn that off. Because it's making the game unplayable for me. And now I can't cut down I don't have I can't, I don't have an axe now. I guess I could use this. I don't even know if this is even working. I have no way of getting water. I no longer have an axe. Can this work at all? Can I make a better knife maybe than this stupid... Oh, it's blurry. Okay, I can make a stone knife. Okay. Don't shoot the messer, but I think you do a lot happier playing Star Ruptures. No, I agree with you, Brick Girl. I agree with you. I would be a lot happier. I really would. I wanted to try it because I got this for free. You know, I got the from the giveaway. But you're right. I would be I am happier playing Star Rupture and Jurassic Park 3. You're absolutely, you know, Jurassic World Evolution 3. You're absolutely right. Yeah, see, I can't even cut. I can't cut. Yeah, see, I need an axe. Yeah, I'm thinking of just calling it. I really am. Oh, that was cool. Check the menu. Gameplay. Land motion. Format. Land motion. Swimming. Closed journal and crafting. Graphics. Background blur on hover. Field of view. I'm not finding anything. The only thing that I see blurry is the motion blur. I've already turned off the vignette effect. Does background blur or menu blur? Does it say specifically where that is? Yeah, it's AI, so it may not. Yeah, I don't see anything like that. Now, I could still see, you know, if with the co-op, I might give it a shot again with Majestic, because then she might be able to teach me better. But solo on my own like this, without the tutorial, I'm really frustrated, because the issue I have here is I can't make an axe now. Because in order to make an axe, from what I'm seeing... Oh, where is it? Make a stone axe. I need rope. And I guess, according to what you're saying, Brick Girl, you have to have a thing to make the rope. Well, I can make a stone hammer. I could do that. All right, that'll work. Maybe that's it. I was about to just jump in on co-op to get your parent. Yeah, that's probably going to be my best bet, because I don't want to give up on it. but I think it might be better as co-op for me. The only issue I've got is this blurry mode. It's causing havoc with my eyes. I know it's there for a reason to kind of tell you, hey, you're thirsty, but it's really bothering my eyes. Let me see. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Once you get the way the game plays, you'll fly through. I probably will once I get a better understanding. Let me see if I can get... Oh, see, no, this... I need the axe. Okay, this is just for building. Yeah, this is just for building. So I can't even make the axe to cut things. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's... the game has potential. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm frustrated, but I think the game has got a lot of potential. I think they need a lot of work in the tutorial. This blurry mode has... Not that it's got to go. I think they need an option to turn it off. I would be fine with that because, like I said, it's just real. I'm going to look out toward here because just looking at the... can you make it? I made a knife, but I can't cut anything. I can't cut trees down. It's an amazing game, but they ask far too much too early as it. Yeah, I agree. It's like, I want to get out and explore. I want to see what is out there. I want to build like a shelter. But but it's just like, I can't build an axe now. And I need to get water, and I can't get water. So it's just, and like I said, I can't get water now to get the blurry mode off, and because there's no other way to turn the blurry mode off, it's just no, that blurry mode. Yeah, no, that's no. Yeah. Yeah, that we got to have an option to turn that off, because I think it's a good idea, the blurry mode, when you're thirsty, but not everybody can stand to look at it. Like me, it's really bothering me. I can start to feel it in my eyes right now, and so it's really, we need an option for that. Yeah, so it's I think it's a good game. It's got a lot of potential. I'm sure it would be the same. Yeah, I think it would affect you too, Sarah. It really would. I think it would affect you even faster than me. It really... See, even look at the cloud. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Oh, that's better. Oh, yeah. That's better. It does for me, which is why I keep storage box full of emergency coconuts. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been trying, you see, I've been trying to get coconuts. I've been trying to get the coconut. And now my axe is broke, and I can't create another axe. Because... that's... I'm trying to get my thoughts together. You start out with an axe, which is great. They give you the resources to create the axe. However, if you don't get to what you need quickly and that axe breaks, and now you can't make what you need to make rope to make another axe, you're stuck. I know I've done it a couple times. If you don't do things in a certain order, it's a world. Yeah, it's a world of pain. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. And I think that's why I think it's frustrating to me, because I'm a logical person. It's like there's certain things I want to do step by step, but they want you to get to here and bypass a lot of the other stuff. And it's like, my brain's like, no, I don't want to do that. And it's just, I think there's more balancing that needs to be done. You know, maybe a different kind of axe, maybe one where you don't need rope, maybe a wooden axe instead of a stone axe, at least a very basic axe. At least that will kind of get you by temporarily, because you know it's, you know, that's, I think what they need is a quest system. Honestly, this is my opinion. Just my opinion. If whether or not it's going to happen, I don't know. But honestly, I think it needs like a quest to drive you in a certain direction. It needs to focus on prioritizing survival. And they don't tell you the starting. Yeah, they don't tell you the starting order. So I think that's what they need to do. Is they need to, with the tutorial, they need to teach you the basic survival. This is what you got to do step by step. Because right now it's like, I know what I got to do, but I can't do it. You know, it's like, because the axe breaks too fast. And I put it on easy mode. So it doesn't feel easy at all. It doesn't. You know, I think if you're going on easy mode, I think if you're going to have items degrade, that's fine. But on easy mode, they should take a lot longer to degrade. That's my honest opinion. And don't get me wrong, the game's got great potential. I like watching it when Majestic plays. I like seeing what she does. The graphics are awesome. It's got a lot of potential. But there's things that need to be done. Because, you know, looking at this from someone who doesn't, I play these types of games, but not from I do more building aspect. And so someone like, oh, hey, you know, you can build bases in here. That's kind of cool. I want to jump in and do that. But they don't give you the basics of what you need to survive to get to that point. They've got a lot of creases to iron. Yes, they do. Yeah, they really, really do. Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, it's a great game. You know, don't take my frustration as that it's a terrible game. It's not. It's definitely not a terrible game at all. It's just there's some things that need to get worked out. It's just, you know, I'm approaching this as someone that's jumping in, like, you know, like someone, you know, that, let's just say I didn't have anyone helping me out. I've already would have crashed out. If I hadn't had you in here, Brick Girl or Majestic, 10 minutes in, I would have been done. I would have just said, nope, this game's not for me. I'm out of here. So I think that's what they need to clarify that. So I know they're working on that. You know, I know they got the tutorial that they're working on, which I think that's going to be a great step. If I may check it out again, probably not on stream. If they come out with the tutorial, I may check it out again to see on my own, see how it is. Yeah, because like I said, this has got great potential. It does. It really does. Let's see. I spent a lot of time in the game. I really like it a lot, but there's a lot of work still needed on tutorials. Yes, I agree. A tutorial is a must. And because, like I said, from my point of view, I like to explore. I like to build bases. You know, the lore's great. Don't get me wrong. You know, the end game, but I like to build. I like to try and push the building mechanics. If you've ever seen me in Satisfactory, you've seen what I can do. You know, with the building mechanics in that game. You know, and it's just a factory game, but you can also build your, you know, the facade of your factories and stuff like that. So if you've seen me play Satisfactory, you know what I can do. And that's what I really enjoy. I don't, you know, this is a basic survival in that a little bit, but I like to kind of, when I go to do build mode, I like to kind of simplify it down to keep the survival aspects down. They're still there, but I like to focus more on building and exploration. Let's see. I have, and it breaks my brain watching you. Yeah, but you see what I know, I understand it breaks your brain, but you can just see the see that's the thing. My brain works differently, and so that's why stepping into this game without any kind of a tutorial to kind of teach my brain what I need to do to get to where I want to be to play the game is what I think what confuses me, what gets me frustrated is without the tutorial. It's like, I know what I got to do for to survive. You need water, you need shelter, you need food, you need a weapon as well. That I get. But when they don't teach you the mechanics and they want you just all start pushing you out to explore when you're not ready, that gets frustrating. Something's happening, bitch. Oh, you subscribed. Thank you, Brick Girl. Thank you. I didn't have a text-to-speech on that one, so but it took me a second to figure it out. So yeah, excuse me. So yeah, that's what I said. My brain is different. My brain's wired differently, and everybody's brain's wired differently. You know, mine is more for building. Dang, add jail. How dare my sub run out? Wow. Well, I know you subscribed. Thank you for sitting through those ads, though. Do appreciate it. And anyone that is watching on Twitch that's sitting through the ads, I appreciate it. It does help us out. It does help the channel out. So I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely thank you for the sub, Brick Girl. I do appreciate that. But yeah, as I was saying, my brain's built for building, and I'd like to be able to try to, you know, the build mechanics in this game. I'd like to see what kind of I can push the building to, you know, see what I can come up with. Thank you, Brick Girl. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I try to make it as entertaining as possible. And I mean, I'm gonna get frustrated, gonna have crash outs, but that's probably the best I've done is try and keep it down and think of ways that be constructive, turn the frustration into constructive criticism to help improve the game. That's the fun of it. Yes, it is. It is. See, that's why I think the game's got potential. Don't get me wrong. Anyone that's listening, it's got potential. It's a good game, even though I'm frustrated with it. And I just want to say, no. No, I don't want to give up on it, but I probably won't play it again until co-op to where I can jump in with Majestic. Because then, or the tutorial. Maybe tutorial on my own, but then be able to do the co-op once it comes out with Majestic. Because then Majestic can better teach me what needs to be done. She's the one that taught me how to play Fortnite. So, if she can teach me how to play Fortnite, then I think she could teach me how to play this, and I think I'll be fine. It's just on my own without knowing the proper steps. I think that's part of my issue with the game. The game's great. I do suggest checking it out if you haven't already. For people that are watching, I know Brick Girl has. For the ones that haven't, this is the ones who haven't. Definitely, I do suggest checking it out. It is a good game. But I do suggest it once, maybe try, if you've never stepped into this type of game, maybe wait till they get the tutorial. I think it'll make it easier for you. I mean, you're welcome. If you want to try it ahead of time, you can. But for me, I would strongly suggest waiting for a tutorial. Because it does need some balancing. Yeah, like I said, once your axe breaks, you're done. you know, and if you don't have the resources to make another one, that's it. So, and I never got to find out if there's like storage bins where I could store my stuff. I know there is a storage bin that you could put on the, when you build your raft. I don't know if it's the same one. Like I said, I never could get into it. So I don't know. Brick Girl can probably answer that one for me. If you have multiple containers. Because what I like to do is, when I gather resources, I like to have separate storage containers when I play these types of games. Storage containers where I can store, like, you know, like the gold, silver, scraps, that kind of stuff. I like to keep that kind of stuff organized. Yeah, multiple containers a must. Let's see, I haven't played much since they added the extra health conditions, but thought that made the game off balance. Yeah, multiple containers a must. Yeah. So if they're not in the game, they need them. If they are, great. But yeah, multiple containers are a must. Because I like to be able to store materials for building. Now, if you're just doing a quick run through start to end, probably don't need to focus too much on building like Majestic does. She just uses the cave and only does what she needs. See, my play style, like I said, is I'm a builder. I like to build. I like to build shelter. I like to build storage. I like, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, I like to take my time and explore, and I like to have a base of operations. So that's why I think when they do the tutorial, I think they need to teach you all that. They need to teach you how to, you know, what you need, the correct order for, you know, getting food, survival, weapon, and building like a basic structure to get you started. Once you get started, then you can get through there. But yeah, so that's why it needs a lot of work, but it is a good game. It's got, the bones are good. The bones are good. I build a massive base. I build a raft full of log carriers and sail over the small islands and deforest. Yeah, see, what I would want to do, would take a lot of time, is I like to see if I could build a bridge and a nice style bridge. Because one, with these types of games, I tend to get seasick. So like I play the Last Caretaker, when the seas are really, really rough, I get seasick and I have to stop playing. So with these particular games, when the water's involved, and you're on a boat, I try to be careful because I do get seasick. So even, believe it or not, in games like this, you know, in real life, I do get seasick. You'd think in games I wouldn't, but I do. It's because the motion is very similar to when you're on a boat or a ship. And I get seasick and I can't play. So what I would end up doing is I would prefer to build bridges instead of rafts. I know they're long ways, but at least with the constant resources, I could build the bridge. And I could also avoid the sharks and stuff like that. When they release co-op, we have to get together and build a huge watchtower between the islands. That'll be it. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind doing that, Brick Girl. I'd love to do that. Especially, I think when it comes to the co-op, I think I would be fine. And the reason for that is because then, especially if you've got someone who knows the game, or a couple people that know the game, and can say, okay, here's what we need to do. We got to get to that point. We got to get this steps 1, 2, 3, 4. Because when you know the steps, like I said, I'm logical. If I know the steps, it's not a problem. So, and at least with the co-op, it's also a lot more fun. You know, a lot of goofing around, shenanigans, all kinds of fun stuff. You know, and I'm fine with that. Even if it's a game that I'm frustrated with, a lot of times for co-op, I'm fine because I can get by with well, you know, other people there because they're assisting, they're helping with food, that kind of stuff. So it takes some of the pressure off. So, you know, and then that way, you know, someone could be, you know, it's like, okay, one person's going to prioritize food, water, and then one person can handle the building, this kind of stuff. So everyone kind of has their own role. And so that's okay. You know, I can handle that. Yeah, exactly. Because then with a couple people that know what they're doing, they can teach me the game. See, then I'm okay with that. See, this right here, when there's no tutorial, as you saw, I'm just like, and you know, and you were absolutely right, Brick Girl, when you said I'd be happy with Star Rupture and Jurassic World Evolution. You're absolutely right, because those games are definitely in my wheelhouse. Now, like I said, I play survival games as well. You know, like Star Rupture, a survival game. But the difference is they kind of teach you what you need to do to survive. They give you they tell you what you have to do. They teach you the proper steps. Here, it's like, there you go. And you're like, what do I do? Huh? What am I supposed to do? You know, had I just jumped in, let's just say I hadn't watched any Majestic stuff. I didn't know who Majestic was. Let's just say that it's just, I was just going in blind. Didn't know anybody. I just wanted to say, I just want to play the game. I want to try it. I probably would have been Komodo dung by now. Komodo probably would have ate me, because I wouldn't have known to create a spear. I wouldn't have known that I needed a weapon. I know I've watched, yeah, so I've watched, you know, that's how kind of I know some of the stuff to do, because I've watched Majestic. So what I was trying to do with this was try to go in, like, not really knowing, you know, like someone brand new to the game, but knows how to play survival games, knows what I got to do to survive, and apparently what I need, what my knowledge of how to survive doesn't match up what the game wants you to do. So yeah, that's what I said. It needs some work, but I know they'll get there. I've seen the developer in Majestic streams that they're very open to changes. So I know the game will get there. I'm pretty confident it'll get there. Most people wouldn't watch a playthrough first before trying. Exactly. You're right, Brick Girl. That's why I was, I mean, I watched, you know, like some of the tips that Majestic had, but mentally what I was trying to do was go in as if someone just brand new to the game hadn't seen anything on it. Nothing. Just bam. What do we need to do? And I think by doing that, you get a different perspective of how the when you take this information to the development, go, okay, look, for someone that's jumping in, doesn't watch, you know, has never watched, here's what you need to do to make it more enjoyable. Because I could tell you right now that if I was to buy the game and go, oh, this looks so cool, I buy the game, 10 minutes in, going, oh, I'm already frustrated. I'd be on Steam right now going, this game stinks, this, don't buy, you know, I'd be given a very bad review. You know, and a lot of people, they do that because they don't understand what they need to do. It's not that the game is bad. It's just the game isn't relaying to the player what needs to be done in the proper steps. So, yeah, so they need that kind of feedback. Exactly, Brick Girl. Yep. And yeah, so that's what I was trying to do with this, you know, and it's just like when I get overwhelmed, it's like, oh, and then all of a sudden start more complicated stuff. It's like Majestic, you know, it's like, you know, when you're watching me play Satisfactory and your brain got broken from watching me build. Well, it's the same thing. It's like I'm frustrated and I'm like, you know what you're, you know, it's like, you know what you got, what needs to be done. But because I'm so frustrated, I can't get that through my head. My brain's just gone. It's like Swiss cheese. It's just like, and it's hard to learn anything once you're already to that point. Once you're already frustrated, you're done. You're done. Completely broke me. Star Rupture in here, he did that too. Yeah. Well, Star Rupture isn't as bad. It's not as bad. It's a lot more watered down when compared to Satisfactory. It's a lot more watered down. Yeah, I haven't played that. I haven't played it in a bit. I do want to eventually get back to it. There's a lot of stuff going on, which is fine. I don't mind waiting because, you know, especially new updates and stuff, especially since it's an early access. Especially if I have to end up starting over again, I don't mind taking my time before getting back in. I can actually play start. Yeah. So yeah, that's Star Rupture's fun. The only thing that I don't like is the spiders, but I can deal with that. And then the big behemoth. Woo! That big behemoth. But I figured out how to kill it, so that's fine. But yeah, I don't like the bug. Yeah, I don't either. But the game is fun. If the game is fun, I can overlook some things. So yeah, and as for here, you know, like I said, my feedback, you know, as I've said, the tutorial needs work. The order of operations needs to get either tweaked and or explained to the player what needs to be done. Easy mode, I think, needs to be a little bit easier because this just does not feel easy to me. This just feels like normal. Like watching Majestic when she's on, I don't know if she's on, I don't know if she does normal or easy, but I don't know what mode I know she don't do hard. Oh, hey, Scott, welcome on in. So yeah, I don't know what mode she plays on. I know it's not hard. I know it's not hardcore. I know that. But easy mode apparently just did not feel too easy to me. Only good bug is a dead bug. Yeah. Yep, exactly. And the other piece of couple other pieces of feedback I have, I play on normal time, normal difficulty. Yeah. And this feels like I have it on easy and it felt like normal difficulty. It didn't feel easy at all. Did not feel easy at all. Normal time difficulty, the normal time wasn't an issue. I could deal with that. It was the easy mode didn't feel easy. Didn't feel easy at all. It felt like watching you in normal mode. Normal difficulty. That's what it felt like. So yeah. So like I said, the order of operations, the tutorial needs, when they get tutorial, prioritizing food, shelter, like torches to make light so you can see in the dark. Saving. Forget about the lore right away. You can get to that after the fact, but prioritizing shelter, that kind of stuff. Easy just means you don't get injured by things and your health doesn't deplete as fast. I tell you what, Majestic, it seemed like it depleted pretty fast, and I got thirsty pretty quick too. So the injured I couldn't tell because I didn't. That part may be okay, but everything else, I got thirsty really fast. Yeah, the thirst was very quick. Yes, it was. Very quick. And I think in the easy mode, when it comes to durability, it's okay for things to lose durability, even in easy mode. I think they need to make it so it goes even slower in easy. Because I can't progress. I'm done. I lost my axe. I can't make another. I don't have the stuff to make rope. I got none of that. Yeah, that's a good point, Majestic. Are they still aware that notes are glitching in rocks still? Because, yeah, that happened to me. Yeah, I get that, Majestic, but that's what my suggestion would be, is that with easy mode, they should make it that the tool should degrade a little slower on easy mode. Yeah, I took a clip of it. A note glitched into a rock. Yeah, I took a clip of it. But yeah, that's my suggestion is for easy mode, the tool durability should, maybe a little slower. Degrade a little slower. You have to make the spinning wheel and yucca with a wooden knife and to make rope. Yeah, see, but the thing is, my issue is that I'm so thirsty. The game is so blurry, I can't play. Yeah, I was grabbing a sticky note and was in a rock. Knew that was a glitch in the past, but it seems it may be back. Yeah. Yeah, see, the issue is that a knife, not a problem. I got a knife. I can make a knife. But the issue with that is I'm so thirsty. The blurry mode is affecting my eyes that I cannot play. Hey, YTR, welcome on in. I will look at it, let dark know. Okay. Yeah, I think what they need to do, Majestic, they need an option to turn off that blurry mode when you're thirsty. It's a good idea. I like it, but for someone like me and Sarah, we can't play when that happens. I know Sarah can't play this because the blurry mode is affecting my eyes. It was hurting my eyes. I couldn't play. And I know it would make it'd be worse for Sarah. Yes. Yep, I can show you. A vignette is off. Motion blur is off. I'll show you. See, I can show you right now. Let me go back in. See, you see the edges are kind of blurry. It's a little dark, but you can see how it's all kind of blurry. Yeah, I can't look at it. I can't look at it. I can't. It hurts my eyes. But yeah, motion blur is off. Background blur on hover's off. Vignette is off. Yep, so you can see my options right there. Yeah, it's all off. Unless it's a glitch and like that was supposed to be turned off when I turned those off. Go into gameplay setting. Camera land motion, camera swimming, closed journal when crafting, drop items, arachnophobia, temperature format. That's all that I have there. I can give a super state now. Oh, looks like retracted message. I didn't think there was a setting for a thirst blur. Yeah, I don't see it here. Turn off the top 3. Still there. I meant super chat. Yeah, super chat is available. Yep, super chats are available here on the main channel. Yep, they are available. YTR, yep, they are available. Yep, top 3, and it's still there. I can see it. Yeah, it's really bad. I see. That's the conundrum. It's because you are so thirsty, you just need to eat 2 or 3 coconuts. That there again is the issue. Thank you for the roar there, Brit Girl Gamer. Because my axe broke, I'm so thirsty I can't get any coconuts, and because I'm so thirsty, I can't get the fast enough to get the things I need to be able to collect the water, and because of that, I can't. Because of that blur. I can't play. Can you see my latest long forms? If you're talking about your videos on your channel, I'm not able right now. See that it's a domino effect. I was trying to cut down a tree to get coconut to be able to at least eat to get past thirsty. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the tree down to get any more coconuts, and so you are screwed other than starting. Pretty much, yep. Pretty much, Majestic, yep. That's kind of what we've been talking about is need to if we could get that option off, I could keep playing and maybe get water. You know, I might be able to, you know, like you said, use the knife, you know, and then figure out the, because well, the thing is, they didn't teach, you know, I didn't know about the yucca. I forgot about that, because, so that's the thing they need to prioritize is kind of the basics and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty much done unless I start over. And see, that's my suggestion is easy mode. The tools should degrade a little slower. I'm not saying don't degrade. Maybe a little slower for someone new to the game. Yeah, Silver has a point though. Nothing tells you how to start or when you have to complete quit. Exactly. Exactly. You know, see the way I'm approaching this. Let's see. Do you know how many times I started over? I don't even know. I know. I understand that, but I'm also approaching it as someone brand new to the game. Never watched any videos at all, going, just bought the game, even though I got it for free, but just bought the game, jumping in, and like, and it's just so frustrated, just doesn't want to play. You know, I mean, that's just how I'm approaching it. Now, I'm not saying I'll never play it again, but that's just how I'm looking at it, so we can get feedback to the developer to go, okay, here's some things that we feel should be improved upon. You know, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. The bones are solid. There's definitely good bones to work with, but it just, there's some adjustments and things that need to be done. I did the same and never played a survival craft game before this. Yeah. See, but also you also got to remember where I'm coming from too. I'm a builder. I like to build in these types of games, and I get frustrated when I can't get to where I want to build. You know, I understand the need for survival. I understand you got to get food, water. I get that, but when you have to get certain things done and they don't tell you that, you can't get to the point. I can't get to the point where I want to build and explore. Very valid points which have been brought to the devs. Awesome. Yep. Awesome. And I know that they're going to look into it. So I've got every complete count because I've seen them make changes based off suggestions. So that's awesome. You know, I've seen Dark in your live streams, and you point things out. It's like, yeah, no problem. I'll look into it. Done. You know, I like developers that listen to listen and go, okay, yep, I see that needs to be adjusted and make changes accordingly. I like developers that do that. They're pretty good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I love developers who do that. I really do. You know, when the community is saying, hey, this is an issue, they look into it. They may not be able to do exactly what the community wants, but they will find a way to get as close to what the community wants as possible. They listen to the community. The remaking the tutorial will take time as they want to do it right. And I completely agree with that. I completely agree. Take the time and do it right. I'm all for that. You know, I would rather a developer take their time and get it right the first time, instead of just throwing something out there half-crapped. Because I would prefer they take the time, get it done right. It'll make things so much easier, and people would really appreciate it when it's done right. That's what early access is for. Exactly, Brick Girl. That's exactly what early access is for. Yeah. I'm okay if they take their time with the tutorial, because, you know, I don't mind when the co-op comes out. I don't mind jumping in with you, Majestic, and Brick Girl and others to do the co-op part, because you'll teach me the game. That's perfectly fine. it's just solo. The only time I might try it again is when they do come out with the tutorial. I probably would do the tutorial on my own off stream. But yeah, no, I got no problem with going in, the co-op stuff. It's just my big thing that I really wanted to see change is turning off that thirst blur. That, have the option to turn that off, because the game is, when it gets, even just starts to, it bothered me. Even just starting, it bothers me within real fast. It doesn't take long at all. I'll bring you materials you guys built. There we go. Yeah. I can handle the building part. You know me, I'm good at building. I can handle that. But yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing that would stop me from playing this game is the thirst. The thirst blur. That to me is the biggest thing. Just don't remember having that blurred. I think it's something they added a while back. Especially when I remember there was something they added. Once you have water, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, exactly. Once I can get water and keep from getting thirsty, and at least keep the water on me at all times, then that'll be a problem. But there may become times when I can't get to water, and I'd like to be able to at least have that option to turn it off. But see, that's the problem, is getting to that point where I can have a constant supply of water. That's a big problem for me, because I can overlook right now the issues with the lack of tutorial. I could very easily start another game, and learn. That's not a problem. I can get past that, and move forward. But the problem is when I can't get water, and that blur comes on. That's a deal breaker for me, because it hurts my eyes and I can't play, and I gotta stop playing the game. That to me is a big deal breaker. But the problem is getting past that point to where I can not have to worry about that blur. That's the problem. And I already know with that blur, Sarah can't play the game either. Just because I know the health issues she has, that blur would stop her from, she could never play the game with that. Then you've already learned you need to prioritize water first. Yeah, but the problem is the tools. Getting to that point. The tools break so fast. I kept getting thirsty so fast that I spent just hunting coconuts just to be able to survive. I couldn't even get to the water collection. Brick Girl said, "Oh, you need to make that." By that point, I was so thirsty. My tool was broken at that point. So, yeah, I think if they change the tools degradation, so it's on easy mode where it slows down, I think it'd be okay. But the thing is, the frustration is, even though I know I need to prioritize water, as soon as I start to get thirsty, that blur comes on. I got to stop because it hurts my eyes. It doesn't matter how many times I start, how much time I prioritize. As soon as I get thirsty, I have to stop because that hurts my eyes. Even now, my eyes still hurt, and that is not on it because they've already started to hurt. Once they start to hurt, that's it. I'm done. I can't. I don't even want to. I can't even start a new game because my eyes are hurting. From that motion blur, or not the motion blur, but the thirst blur. It plays havoc with my eyes. Even though it's just maybe a few seconds. That few seconds, if doesn't take much for my eyes. Don't get me wrong, it's a great idea, but I really think we gotta, for some people, there should be an option to turn it off. It's okay for it to be there, but I really do think an option that needs to be there to turn it off, because Let's see, like when did it start? At what point? Thirst half gone? No, I think it started almost right away. I think. Like I said, I don't know. You can, if you want, you can go back and rewatch the stream when I'm, see the thirst and see when you start to see that blur. Because like I said, right now, you notice my eyes are kind of, I keep my eyes closed a lot right now because they're hurting from that blur. Because it's I can feel the pain in my eyes from that. Yeah, I think it was pretty quick. It came on. I could start to kind of see it, and then as you thirst, it got worse and worse. So I don't know exactly how long it would take, but I just know that just staring at it, I got to a point where I can't look at it. I can't. Might be worth a quick test. Did seem on for a while, possibly, but the problem is I don't want to risk it because my eyes are already hurting. I don't want to. I mean, I could try, just start a new game and don't worry about water or anything. Just I guess I could try it at this point, just as a quick test. I guess it couldn't hurt. Quit to main menu. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I can just go to the main menu anyway. Okay, no problem. Yeah, yeah. I really think that they need to have that option. I mean, I get where you're coming from, Majestic, prior towards water. I get it. You're right. Water should always be a priority. But the problem comes in when you get thirsty and you start to see that blur and it hurts your eyes. That is the problem. Even though you need to get water, when that comes up and it starts to hurt your eyes, that's what the problem. That's where the problem is. Like I said, everything else I can understand. I can find workarounds. I can get it. Not a big deal. It's the fact that when that blur for the thirst blur comes in, I can't play. I have to stop because it hurts my eyes. It may not hurt my eyes at first, but I could see it's weird. It has something into my eyes don't like it. And then if I continue just to play, my eyes start to hurt. So, and it was something that they added, I think, quite a ways back. Cause I do remember I mentioned it in one of your streams. I guess you got hurt and it was this blurry effect. Now maybe that's been changed now, like the options you had me change. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't get hurt or injured, but I do remember when you got injured, it was something they added. I think it was this pulsing effect, I think. And I remember commenting that they need an option to turn that off because it was hurting my eyes. Just watching you play and seeing that on the screen, and I wasn't even playing, that was hurting my eyes. So I don't know if that's all linked together, but I do know that I think that has been in the game for a while, I think. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, you can definitely go back and check. Yeah, because like I said, my eyes are already kind of hurting, so I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it. But that's what I'm thinking, is to at least allow people to have the option to turn that off. Because not everybody can stand that. Some people can stand it, some people can't. I think it would be good if the developer put an option to turn that off. Because just the starting, it's like I could tell just by coming in there it was starting. My eyes weren't when I first started. My eyes weren't hurting, but I could tell something was off. It just didn't feel right. My hubby says watching me play any game hurts his eyes, but I don't think he means the same thing. Yeah, no, I don't think he means the same thing, Rick Carl. I don't think he means the same thing. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of the other things I can overlook, but yeah, the tutorial, I do want them to get it right. I absolutely want them to get that right. That's why it's like, you know, when the tutorial, like I said, they need to prioritize water, food, shelter, creating a torch to be able to see in the dark, then combat, and then maybe start, you know, pushing toward exploration and building. That's just my opinion. Now they can change it up however necessary, but typically when I play a lot of these types of games, they prioritize, they focus, the main focus is food, water, shelter, combat, then exploration. That's typically the way it goes. Here it was like, okay, here you go. Here's an axe. You cut a tree, you get this. And now we're going to push toward exploring. And then they start getting into like the saving your game and possibly shelter. They definitely do need to stress the importance of doing the basics quickly. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, they do. And it sounds like they're aware of it if they're creating the tutorial. So it sounds like they are aware of it. Okay, I looked back and it was showing at third down. I honestly don't ever remember seeing that before. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it was a third down. So it sounds like it wasn't it started not too long after getting thirsty. Yeah, so I wonder if it has to do with those settings being turned off. Well, which ones? The three that you had me turn off are it was still there. You'd think with motion blur and all that, it wouldn't make a difference. It actually didn't even say you were thirsty yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Because but yeah, it makes, see, like I said, that for me, yeah, see, so yeah, you're seeing it. Well, didn't even say I was thirsty yet. So yeah, so, and it was already getting there. So yeah, to me, that's a deal breaker for me, because health to me is more important. You know, I can't play a game if my eyes are in pain. I thought it seemed early. Silver, did you play on insanity mode? No, I turned off hardcore. I'll just load up. See, this is the settings. This is how I've got it set right here. See, now there's airplane sequence when you play the airplane or not. So this is, I don't even see that before, but so this is how this game I set it right here. Normal, easy, respawning. And I did survival. So this is the settings right here that I started with. Put in a bug report at the top, loading of the screen. Here. Enter bug description. I think there's something wrong with it. Okay. I suppose fix it wouldn't cover it. Screen edge gets blurry even before getting thirsty. The game gets blurry gets blurry. The game got screen edge gets screen edge. Game gets blurry at 2/3 thirst. Gonna be. I turned off conditions. I mean, it's possible, Lickers, but I turned off the conditions. Did you make a bed and save? Yeah, I did make a bed and save. Yes, I did. Things got blurry on the edge. Yeah. Let's see. Patch save file. Well, actually, it says here there's no file. So, I saved. Maybe I didn't save. I know I made a bed and slept. But according to this, there's no save file. Do that separately. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't have a save file. Yeah, I purposely turned off conditions because I wanted to make it as easy as possible since stepping into it. You know, try to, so just to make sure I didn't get frustrated, but unfortunately I still got frustrated. But the part, like I said, that blur, yeah, I mean, if there's a bug, yeah, they should definitely fix that bug for sure. But I also think they should have an option to turn that off. Be honest with you. You know, if people can try to run it, if they don't like it, then they can just turn it off. But like I said, for me, that is a deal breaker. Yeah, you don't, when you first start that. Yeah, exactly. You don't need conditions. That's kind of what I figured. Because it's like, I'm already trying to learn the game. I don't want all those extra stuff on top. No conditions, no spiders on the first go. Definitely not. Yeah, I already have the arachnophobia mode already on. Because one, I don't like spiders to begin with. Yeah, but like I said, most of the stuff I can overlook. I can figure it out. You know, start a new game. Like you said, Majestic, not a problem. But it's that blur when thirsty. That's a deal breaker. That to me is a deal breaker. If my eyes hurt, like I said, I can't play. You know, so it's like, yeah, no, I you know, and I can already tell based on how I'm feeling. You know, because I know Sarah was, you know, was liking the graphics of the game too, but based on what I'm seeing and how I'm feeling, Sarah can't play it. I can already tell you it would be a lot worse for her than me. Based on I know her health conditions, and I know, you know, a lot of the, you know, that a lot of certain games, they affect her worse than me. And so if it's affecting me, I know it would affect her. I guess you're going to change to a different game then. Your brain is already fried. So go do Star Rupture. Well, considering the fact that my eyes are hurting, I probably am not going to play anything. Because I got to let my eyes rest because that really hurt. I got stuff that I got to do, but I got editing to do, but with my eyes hurting, I don't want to push it. I really don't want to push it. It's okay, Majestic. It's not your fault. Not your fault at all. The only thing that we can do is make suggestions to the developer to try to improve it. And if anything, it's a good thing that it happened. Yeah, it sucks that my eyes hurt because of it, but if no one else reported that, the developer doesn't know that that needs to be done. That's basically the rule I look at is if you know, it's like, if I don't know something's broken, I can't fix it. So it's the same thing with, you know, in this case, if no one has reported that, they don't know it's a problem and they can't fix something that they don't know is an issue. So in a way, yeah, it stinks that this hurt my eyes, but my eyes will heal. It'll go away. The glitchy sticky note too. Something did seem off. Yeah, something did seem off. Did you happen to find that? Did you go back and see that, Majestic, in the VOD? when you went back, did you happen to look for that too? I don't remember the timestamp. It wasn't too far in, I don't think. Yeah, was it the one in the cave? No, it wasn't. It was outside on a rock, up on just a little on a cliff. Yeah, I don't remember the timestamp. Yeah, it's I'll tell you what I can do, Majestic. I can I can open up Discord. What I can do is I can take a screenshot. This might help you. Let me go find my replay, because I took a replay of it. I purposely took a clip of it. Bingo. Okay, let me see if I can back it up here. No, out on the cliff by the stairs to the tower. Yeah. I'm gonna I probably gonna try and get a little bit of a screenshot of it, try and help. Trying to get as much of a wide spot as I can. Wide shot here. Bingo. Okay. Let me get a screenshot so I can post it in the Discord. I'll post it in yours, Majestic. Put it in one of the probably just like I'll figure out which. Put it in a second here. Maybe it was a tape. I don't know if it was a tape or a note. But let me get the screenshot, and then Majestic might be able to interpret that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll still go and upload it so you can see it. Let me make sure I saved it. Yep, that's right there. Okay. That's it, right? Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is good right here. We'll put it right here. It'll be in your content creator chats where I'm going to put it. Okay, I got it out there for you, Majestic. I put it in your Discord. It's in the creator chat in your Discord there. That's a tape. Okay, yeah, it was in a rock. Couldn't get to it. And the blur is really bad, and they haven't had the tape glitch in a long time. Okay, so you saw how bad that blur was. Okay. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I mean, it so bad that it started to hurt my eyes. See, when it first started, it was just, it's like something because it's like it's different. It's like it splits the colors, like the red. You see the red, the blue. You see it, and it just does something to my eyes. Something broken again. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, even though it hurt my eyes, but at least if some good came out of it, there's some like that tape that's stuck in the rock. We've, things like that they could fix, because if they don't know it's broken, they can't fix it. And things like that, and especially with that blur, if no one has reported it, maybe it wasn't an issue before. Maybe there's something odd. Maybe it's something that's caused that blur. I don't know. It's really odd. Well, at least this time it wasn't me flying. I prefer the flying, to be honest. I'm just going to tell you, you have a blanked up game. I've never had a rock spawn at that location. Wow. Yeah, well, that's still, if, like I said, if some good came out of it, something that they could look into, especially that blur. I thought they'd added these tree stuff. I'd rather have the flying than the blur myself. But yeah, no, I'm sure I could still play, especially if they fix the blur or fix the blur and or give an option to turn it off. I still would like to co-op on it. I still would. I really would. Because I think I'd have a better experience with someone that can actually teach me the game. Because the way it is right now, it is frustrating. But I think the big thing that, to me, that needs to get fixed is that blur, and or have an option to turn that blur off. Because that's, to me, that's more of an a concern than a tape stuck in a rock. Don't get me wrong, the tape stuck in a rock needs to get fixed. But it's the fact that I'm having a health issue because of that blur. That to me is a much bigger concern. See, I will do a quick game, not in beta, to see if it's messed up for me too. Okay, sounds good, Majestic. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what you find. At least now you know where to look. That's why I gave you that. I posted that screenshot so you know exactly where to look, because you know exactly. Oh yeah, I know that spot. Bam. That's why I'm glad I took that screen cap. At first, I'm like, should I? You know what? Better to take it and not need it. Yeah, one thing I think I am going to do is I'm going to turn this light down a little bit. Yeah, maybe that'll help. It'll get a little dark, but maybe it won't hurt my eyes as bad. Because like I said, once the eyes hurt, that's it. They're going to hurt a while. Yeah, I mean, I could try myself, just to see. I'm not sure the exact location. Probably you're faster. That's okay. I don't want to risk it. I wonder if it's all tied to. I'm just thinking why, the placement of some of the rocks. You did say like the big islands are all procedural, and I wonder if, because the islands are never in the same position. Those big islands. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with like the tape stuck in a rock, like the procedural stuff. I wonder if it's somehow tied to that. I don't know. It's an old glitch, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it sounds like it's come back possibly. This is very strange. Fuzzy was supposed to stream but had internet issues, and you had game issues. What is this? Friday the 13th? Well, wasn't that last week? This is Tuesday, the February this is the 17th. So, well, here it is raining, so it's we have bad storms, so let's see, that's an old glitch. The tape used to get stuck in the mesh of the cliff. What you had was just freaky. And it ain't even Friday. It is not, so you can't say it's Freaky Friday. Well, here's what, so I'm just wondering. See, I don't know this exact position. Like, I don't mind quickly if I start a new game real fast, you guide me to see if it's in this here again. He created the rock too to glitch it into. Like, I'm kind of curious to see if I start up a new game, if it'll be there. See, that's the weird thing is, if I start up a new game and it ain't there, then maybe it's like I said, it's just weird. I don't know. Like I said, I'm curious, but at the same time, the way my eyes are feeling, I want to do it, but I don't. I was like, I want to do it, but I don't. I don't recommend Beyond the Sea. Yeah, I agree with you, Brick Girl. That's kind of why I haven't done it. That's why I haven't done it, because, yeah, because the way my eyes are feeling right now. Yeah, no. Yeah, that is, it's really odd, especially if Majestic fired it up and it wasn't there. So yeah, it's really odd. I'd be curious if you did it like 2 more times, Majestic, to see what happens. If you want to try another day, go for it. But for now, no. Yeah, no. I think if I do it again, if I do this again, Brick Girl, I would probably honestly wait until the tutorial, and or the co-op. If the co-op were to come out first before the tutorial, then I could see doing the co-op with playing it then. But I probably won't do it until the tutorial. And that blur, that's the other thing. As I said, it don't hurt. Yeah, I agree, Majestic. Yeah, I agree with you. No, I don't want to hurt myself any further. Because you can see I have to keep my eyes are closed a lot. Just because they hurt. You know, I do open them up to check the chat, you know, so. And plus, I tend to close them when I think, but yeah, in this case, I could feel that. It's not a pleasant feeling. So yeah, it's something they need to definitely look into. You know, because it was. When you played that just now, Majestic, did you get that blur when you were thirsty? Did you test for that? I'm curious. When you went to go to that tape, did you also just try to test for the thirst to see if that blur was there too? Maybe it was just my luck. Maybe just my game got borked. I watched and saw that, and I haven't played that yet. Okay, yeah, I watched your VOD and saw that. Yeah, so I mean now, so if you want, you can, you don't have to do it right now, but if you want to test for it, you saw the VOD, so you know how to kind of duplicate it. So, and you can kind of, what to look for. But I really think they do need to look into that, even if you can't duplicate it, because you saw the VOD, you saw what happened, and if it happened to me, there's a good chance it might happen to somebody else. So it'd be good if if we let the developer know on that, because and so if it's not supposed to happen, something they need to look into, or if it is, then maybe have an option to turn it off, because health-wise, it's not good. Not good at all. And I know that they would do something about it. I know they would. Because I've seen them move rocks when someone wanted to use a lagoon to get a raft into, so I can't imagine why they wouldn't do something for this. So yeah, I'm fairly confident they would definitely do something. They're very, very responsive. And your thirst was down to half. I was looking at the hunger level, but you didn't have the thirst warning up either. So yeah. Yeah, it is odd. It's very odd. I forgot how pretty the start screen is. Yeah, it's very pretty. I love the start screen. I am sending a message to Dark to watch your VOD. Oh, thank you, Majestic. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know I had a crash out, but it's okay. Like, yeah, girl was saying I need to do this, and my brain was broke. It's like, I gotta take a break. Because it's like, I just was not, it was just getting into complicated stuff. My brain was just not there. It wasn't there. But yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, I'm really hopeful that he can figure something out, because I like the idea of the game. I really do. I like, when you watch, when I watch you play, it's intriguing to watch, cause what they've done so far, because the graphics are great. I love what they've done. See, he is human. Yes, I am human. Last time I checked, I'm human. So yeah, I'm definitely I'm pretty confident Dark will come up with something to address this. I'm sure he will. I'm sure Dark will. I'm confident. I like the game. It's got like I said, the bones are here. The bones are there. It's just there's just some things that need to get changed. But like I said, I can get around some of the other stuff that we talked about. That's not a problem. It's this eyes is definitely the problem. That's the biggest. Most games you play would break me in a heartbeat. You want to know the honest truth, Brick Girl? A lot of those games break me too. I'm just really good at not showing it. It's okay, Majestic. It's okay. It's all right. It happens. You've seen me play some of the games I like, and I still have bad experiences. It happens to us all. And I like to think saw you get frustrated in Jurassic one. Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, in Jurassic, a couple times I almost let a curse word fly in that game. So it happens. And I like to think that, I got frustrated here, But that's why I'm also trying to turn that frustration into something positive to help the game get better. Some of it, like I said, yeah, I could very easily start a new game, you know, learn how to play. But the thing is, had this not happened with the blur, the developer wouldn't know that there was a problem. And this to me is a much bigger concern than tape getting stuck in a rock. I dropped the F-bomb on Vane. That one took some tricky editing. Oh, that's easy. Well, that's kind of easy to... Really? Tricky editing? Me, I just drop like a train horn or something over top of the F-bomb and be called a day. I do it all the time. I cut it. I cut the part where the F-bomb is, put a sound effect over top of that, and call it a day. Done. I just leave it in there. It's leave it in there, meaning I just put a sound effect over top so you don't hear the F-bomb. And sometimes I'll put a bleep there where it's not really needed. Okay, that's a good one. I'm still learning. Yeah. Yeah, just the easy thing to do is, I mean, if you can completely cut out where it sounds good, great. But if you can't, just cut right where the F-bomb was and put a sound effect over top. And there you go. And sometimes when I do that, I've done this in the past too. Like, I'll just say like a normal statement, say, I really like this game. Okay? Perfectly normal statement, right? Well, I'll take this and put a bleep. So it'll say, I really blank this game. And the thing is, you could do that, try and be funny. Even though you didn't curse, you know you didn't curse, but you made it sound like you cursed. So it's another trick. If you want to try to add some comedy, or make it sound funny, make it sound like someone cursed to try and make it sound funny, you could blurp words that aren't cursive. I am jumping into into a game now. Okay, yeah, I'm curious to see, Majestic, if you get that thirst blur in a new game. I'm really curious. Because, yeah, I mean, I like the game. I really do. The graphics are outstanding. It's really awesome. You know, and I did enjoy, you know, even though it didn't seem like it, I did like cutting down the trees, you know, that kind of stuff. If I could get past get to a point where I can keep surviving, then I could get to building. And I know I'd enjoy it that much more because I like to build bases and stuff like that. You know, I'd like to try to build a bridge and stuff like that. You know, try to really push the building to its, put the building mechanics to its test. But I gotta get to that point. Now, maybe that's something another thing that they might think about if they haven't already is maybe like a sandbox mode where you can just focus more on building and exploration. Then you will love creative. So it sounds like they're already working on creative. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's. I think I was just alluding to that. Like I said, yep. If they're already working on it, yeah, I would love that. To where we don't have to worry about the survival elements. Then yeah, I'd like to. Then I think I would enjoy the creative mode. I'm showcasing that tonight. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I've got to because of the storms, I'm gonna have to pick Sarah up. But yeah, no, I'll definitely be there to watch. I'm having a late night again then. Well, I don't know about Majestic streams. I'm pretty sure she keeps the VODs up after. you know. But what I tell people on our channel here is, they say, well, I'm sorry I didn't get to your stream. It's like, no problem. Real life comes first. You know, if you really want to watch it, we make them available after the stream is over, so you're welcome to watch it after. So if you can't watch, you know, if you can't watch it, you know, you can always watch the VOD after. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yep, catch up in the morning. Exactly. So if you can't watch it when it's live, that's why we make them available. And I'm pretty sure Majestic does that too. Keeps them available after the fact. But yeah, you know, I like, you know, that they got the, you know, the challenge modes. If I, you know, that's kind of always cool. But of course I got to be able to handle the survival aspect for some of those challenges. But I mean, like I said, the bones are here. You know, it's the bones are it's got good bones from what I can tell. You know, I mean, I like, you know, even though I was frustrated at some of the stuff, but overall, the chopping the tree, that's not a problem. I have to do a lot of that in some of the other games anyway. Chop trees down to get materials. You know, I do that all the time in building games. That's second nature to me. That's the draw. It's solid, but still not there yet. Absolutely. Hey, Meg, welcome on in. Glad you could make it. Yeah, we got the dancing Meg. Yeah, so we're waiting to see what Majestic finds out. She's doing a test for me. 'Cause I don't know how much you saw, Meg. If you just got in, you probably haven't seen much. There's a at an issue with the game that hurt my eyes. So Majestic's running a test to see what's going on her, you know, see if she can duplicate it. There's this thirst blur that appeared, you know, when I get, you know, I don't, basically it's like, when I start to get there, I don't always get there. I don't know. It's like a third of the way through. It's all of a sudden this blur starts to occur. I've got settings off and it's still happening. And it basically kind of hurt my eyes a little bit. Bag. So yeah, we're watching the startup screen, a nice little fishy, calm environment, waiting to see if what Majestic comes up with. But in the meantime, we I don't know if how many people saw it, but we did post on YouTube and in our Discord that we are celebrating our 500 subs, our 500 plus subs this weekend. We're starting Friday, since we're already kind of collabing with Dempsey already on his game night. We figured, you know, what the heck, we might as well make that part of it. So we're starting the celebration Friday. We were gonna start with roadside research, but I think Dempsey's Game Pass expired. I don't know if he's gonna get it back in time. Shh, Meg. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, Meg, but I did fix the chat box on my vertical, so people can see all this stuff even better now. Just so you know. Just so you know. So yeah, we're gonna be celebrating. I don't know if he's gonna get it back in time. We'll figure something out. Maybe Fortnite or something else. We'll figure out what to do. And we are gonna have on Saturday. We are gonna have our community Fortnite with the community still. But what we're starting to do now, especially for that, we may keep doing that, keep going forward with this, but right now for this weekend, our content creator friends and this just for chat now. So our content creator friends and first class members for on you first class members on YouTube will be able to get first priority into the Fortnite matches, and if there's room we'll get other people in. But yeah, so the content creator friends and first class members will get first priority into Fortnite matches, and then everyone else, if there's room, we'll get them in. And then we have Sunday, we've got our special Fortnite with friends, so we're looking forward to that. So that'll be fun. I know Majestic is definitely going to be there. Yeah, that'll definitely be a lot of fun. Dempsey and Icarus may make an appearance. I know they haven't said if they're going to, but most times they'll be there. I enjoy watching you guys play Fortnite. Good fun. Oh, it is good fun. It is good fun because you just never know what we're gonna do or what we're gonna say. You just never know. Oh, and you're over there on Twitch there, Meg. I don't know if you notice, I do have a couple more blurps, at least one more blurp over there. It's rather interesting. I added that. Thinking of maybe some other customs. Oh, thank you for the train ticket. Oh yeah, same thing for you, Brick Girl. The blurps there too. There's one that I added. I need to get more, get off my train! Oh, of course we got to get off my train, of course. Yeah, I need to add more of those custom emojis. I just haven't figured out what yet. There we go. There it is.
Hey, did someone say wasabi?
Wasabi!
Wasabi! Oh, yeah, so that's what we got going on. And I am thinking of, oh, speaking of which, songs. I'm redoing the channel theme song on for YouTube. I think I'm just about done. Waiting to get thirsty. I sent a pic, my tape location, my channel for you to see. Okay, let me open that up here. So yeah, I'm redoing the channel theme song. I think that's done. I got a few things that I left to do. I also got a special song for the 500 plus celebration. I finally got that done, but a few other things I still got to do. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to release them. Maybe it might be before. I'm not sure yet. Still got to work on that. Okay. Yeah. See, I see in the Discord. Yeah. The tape, and there was no rock there for her. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see if Majestic also gets the if she gets the thirsty blur. If she don't, I don't know why I got it. I have no idea why I got it. So yeah, and also I'm also thinking about with the custom blurbs. I think I can make my own custom blurbs. So since I now can make my own songs, There's some funny ones that I've done. I might redo them if I can, and maybe put them as custom blurbs. You know, maybe not full length, maybe just just small snippets, so they're not going too crazy. We'll have to think about that. Or if I do the full length, maybe increase the number of channel points for them, so they don't go off so far. I can't read that. I can't read what that says, Meg. Looks like something cooking. It's something cooking, being cooked. I have no idea what that. Oh. Says let them cook. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Definitely let them cook. So yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on. And of course, next week will be a very interesting week. It's Next Fest. Sarah and I, we always look forward to Next Fest because that's where we get to try out a lot of demos. You know, developers put out demos for games that normally aren't, you know, to try and get people's interest in the games. And so, yeah, so we always look forward to that. We try to cover as many demos as we can. So next week, I can already tell you right now, won't be the normal schedule for games. Oh, hey, Kirk, welcome on in. Glad you could make it. Yeah, we got Majestic, who's well-known and who's pretty well-versed in Project Castaway. I came across something, so she's doing a test for me. I'm waiting to see what she comes across. There was this blur when getting thirsty that hurt my eyes, so she's testing to see if she gets that same blur. You know, she saw the settings and everything I had, and letting the developer know about that. Plus, there was also a tape got covered under a rock that shouldn't have been. But she played the game and it wasn't there, so not sure what's going on. It's interesting that when she started the game, she didn't get the tape under the rock, but I did. But anyway, as I was saying about Next Fest, we always look forward to it. I am down to 4 left on Thirst, and Thirst came up too, but no blur. The game been buggy, yeah. So you didn't get the blur. That's odd. But it is a fun one. Yeah, it is fun. There's some things that need to be addressed. Not just buggy, but like I know they're working on a tutorial that needs to get you know, because it feels like you just get tossed in, and especially if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, we definitely had a blur, a lot of blur. What is your field of view at? Let's see. Where's that option? I think it's under graphics. Field of view is 65. Yeah, Kirk, the blur was so bad it hurt my eyes. Same as me. Blur possibly his motion blur, even turned off his that motion blur, I had it off. Yeah. But yeah, that's the funny thing is Majestic can't duplicate it. She said all the same things same settings I've got, and she can't duplicate it. I've never changed that setting. Yeah, I even had a tape under a rock. Maybe it's just trying to tell me maybe the game's trying to tell me that maybe I should wait wait more before I play it again. Don't get me wrong, the game is good from what I could. Yeah, I've watched Majestic play it. From what I've seen, the game is good. The bones are there. It's really good. Now you can say you've literally moved mountains. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, Meg. I don't know if I want to know. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, Majestic could see it. She went into my VOD and she could definitely see the blur was there. You know, it's just weird. All tapes, if not maintained, coming back from a save file, they all go under the rocks. Well, this is it. This is a new playthrough for me. This is my first time playing it. This is a handicapped person with a pew pew. Oh, okay. Well, I am so thirsty. I should have blurred vision. Yeah. And that's I don't know what's going on. Because I mean, you saw it, so you knew what to look for, and you can't duplicate it. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, my eyes starting to feel better. I mean, I guess I could try to see if the blur starts. You know, since I've been, keeping the screen dark here and turn the light off, and my eyes are feeling better. They're not really hurting anymore. Yeah, I don't want to risk it either. I mean, I could, but I don't want to risk it. They're feeling better, and I'm afraid that if I get in there, it would just, yeah, I don't want to risk it. I mean, I can still kind of feel it, but it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, I agree, Brick Girl. I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, they're not, I can still feel it's there, but it's not as bad as it was. Because you notice I can kind of keep my eyes open now. Before, I had a hard time keeping them open. Because it hurt. Yep. I think Fuddle Puck had something to do with it. Let's blame Fuddle Puck. Yeah, it's just weird. That it's weird. I actually saved this game because it's a great island spot. Well, there you go, Majestic. There you go. But yeah, hopefully, maybe if Dark watches my VOD and he can maybe he'll see something. And address it, because maybe I don't know. It's kind of odd that you couldn't duplicate it. It's really, really odd. Oh, is Caitlin here? Oh no, Carlin. Okay, never mind. I read it wrong. I guess my eyes are still bothering me. It looked like Caitlin for a second. Unfortunately, without a save file, there might not be anything he can do but try to duplicate it. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, because I didn't save it. Oh well, it's okay. If I ever play it again and it happens again, I'll remember to try to save it. But yeah, it's just one of those that was odd. Now, I wish you could have been able to duplicate it. I really wish you could have. But that's okay. That happens. Crap happens. Yeah. Oh, well. Like I said, I like the game. I really do. I really do. I just need to get past this starting point. You know, and I really think I would like the creative mode. I think I would like that, because I like to build. I like building more than anything. So yeah, so that I think would definitely be something I would be interested in, is the creative mode for sure, especially bypassing a lot of the survival stuff. Sass didn't stream today. Fuzzy had internet issues, and you have game griefing issues. I better step it up tonight. Yeah, you better step it up. Well, what Sass said, he had something. He's cooking up some video or something. So he must have had some kind of crazy idea for a video. No pressure, Majestic. No pressure. You know, it'll be funny if you're, tonight when you're playing Majestic and all of a sudden you get that blurry. That would be freaking hilarious. thrive under pressure. Yeah, and then our brains break under pressure, so. But that, I would... yeah. You're welcome, Majestic. Yeah, no, you've got this, Majestic. Yeah, no, yeah. You're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty good at stepping it up. Make that a blurb. Our brains breaking. I don't remember now what it was. Oh, under pressure. Oh, under pressure, then our brains break. I could probably come up with something with that. Oh yeah, she's definitely resilient. That's for sure. But at least I gave this a good college try. No, I mean, yes, I got frustrated, but I took a quick break. Kind of just... Normally, a lot of times, I just get to the point where, like, nah, I'm done. No, but I tried. I tried to come back, and... Thank you for the roar. I tried to come back, but that blur really did me in. Really did me in. But yeah, you better step it up, Majestic. No, I'm just teasing. No, you're good at that. You're good at that. And like I said, I would be interesting if you're playing and all of a sudden that blur occurs. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But it would be funny if it did. But yeah, I think it's just one of those days where just nothing goes right. And that's the life of a streamer. You know, it happens. You know, it was, you know, like I said, Fuzzy was supposed to, didn't. Sass was gonna, but didn't. But like I said, it was Sass, he came up with a video idea, so I think he's got something cooking. Not sure what he's got cooking, but I'm sure we'll find out one way or another. And then I got issues here, so it's just... I like to chalk it up to, it's just one of those days, and if I have to blame anybody, it's San Andreas's fault. He abandoned me. I must get revenge. Oh, knowing you, Meg, you'll get revenge. You'll have your revenge, Meg. You will have your revenge. Oh, and as they say, you know, like the old adage, you know, in space, no one can hear you scream. Well, in Arc Raiders, everybody can hear you scream. Okay, I gotta get going out to get the set up the game to beta and get something to eat before stream. Okay, no problem, Majestic. I'm probably going to cut it here probably as well. There's no point in me sitting here for another hour. And there's no point firing up another game. Yeah, so I do appreciate you coming in, Majestic, and trying to help out as best as possible. Like I said, I'm still open to collabing and stuff on this because I know you'll be able to teach me how to play it and stuff like that. So I'm confident in that when the co-op comes around. And I'm sure I'll want the tutorial and all that. I'll give it another crack, especially with creative mode. I got no problem with that. I'll definitely give it a crack. You know, give it another crack at it. So yeah, that's not a problem. I'm not gonna let this stop me because most of it I could work through it. I'm sure I could work through it. It's just that blur is what really just bam stopped me in my tracks. Yeah, the creative mode does sound good. I don't if it's what I think it is, I don't know too much about it, but usually when I think creative mode, not much survival, but you can build and explore. And so I'm not sure what their creative mode is going to be like, but it's got my attention for sure. It's got my attention. You know, I like the game, so I don't want to give up on it that easy. But I just think it still needs time to cook. Wait till you see it. Oh yeah, I definitely want to see the creative mode. And I really think from the way it sounds, it's definitely something I would really enjoy. So yeah, that's why I said I'm not giving up on this game that easy. Other games maybe, but not this one. Not when I've got a big support system with this. You know, you, Brit Girl, and I'm sure there are others. You know, when there's a support system to help out. You know, I'm not wanting to get write this game off that easy. No way. Not when I know I can get help with it. Other games, that's a different story. But this one, nah, I don't want to write it off that easy. No. Because I see the potential. I see it. It's there. And when I can see the potential, I can get behind it and I can get back into it. It's just some things that need to get corrected before I can get back into it. But I see the potential. The promise is there. It really is there. You know, and I could definitely see, especially for co-op and collab opportunities, I could see some opportunities for shenanigans and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it'll be really, really fun. Majestic will get that extra blur and we will celebrate it. She'll get that blur and we'll celebrate it. I can most definitely see you building big in game. Yes, I can too. Brick Girl, I can too. When I can see that, that means then I'm willing to give the game another shot, but I gotta wait until it's to the point where I can actually get in there and give it that shot. Because of the fact that I can see potential, I can see the trying, because the building opportunities to see what can I build, how cool can I make it, that kind of stuff. I can see it. When I can see it, I know it's a game that I can get behind, even if it's just a building and just basic exploration, not even really do the lore, but just explore and have a good time and just build like crazy. 2-story house on the beach, jetty out of the watch. Yeah. Out to the watchtower. Yeah, I could see something like that. I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Yep. I was struggling to find coconuts too. I was so thirsty. But yeah, the bones are there. It's there. It's got potential. Things need to get worked out still, like the tutorial, which I know they're working on, which is great. A lot of things that need to teach you to prioritize, because right now it's just they just throw you on the island and that's it. You know, I mean, they kind of push you a little, but it's not enough. You know, they don't, you know, it's almost like, okay, here's this. Okay, now go get out, explore. Then you get to the point where you start to save your game. It's like, what? So yeah, no, it needs some work done. I know they're aware of it. I'd rather they take their time, do it right. That's how I feel about it. I would rather they take their time and not just rush something out there. And that's the way I tried to approach it as, because I'm a builder, I like try to approach it from a builder aspect, but also try to survive to get to that building part. And I couldn't get there. But that's okay. Doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's not. It's a good game. It's just I couldn't get there because the game there's some adjustments that need to be made before I'll be able to get there. But I'm not writing this game off yet. No way. I just need... the game just needs time to get to where I'll be able to get to it. And I'm hoping that blur was just a one-off and it don't happen again. Or if it is, if Dark can look into it and see what happened. I don't know if he can because he doesn't have the save file, but you know, maybe he might identify what's going on. Or maybe there's some issues with the blur still being there when it shouldn't be. Who knows? I don't know. But all I know is the bones are there. That blur was definitely a big concern for me. But like I said, I'm not writing it off because I do want to get in there and I do want to try to build, because I can definitely see building stuff. He'll try to recreate it, I expect. Yeah, I think he will too. Especially for something like that. I could definitely see trying to duplicate it as best as possible, because that really is a big concern. It's a health concern, in a real life health concern, because that's not like, oh, just having to move a couple of rocks so someone could get a raft into building a lagoon, or trying to set or tape stuck under a rock. This is an actual real health concern that affects people in real life. So yeah, I would imagine he would want to try and duplicate that to the best of his ability. That's a biggie. He'll be looking into that. Oh, yes, I am fairly confident he would definitely look into that, because that is a biggie. Because like I said, that's, to me, all the other stuff I could make do. It's just, it's that there's a real health concern. Real, it's affecting, it can stop people dead in the tracks from playing the game, period. And as a developer, they don't want that. I wouldn't want that, especially if I bought a game and I want to be able to play it. So yeah. And I would expect that he would definitely try to, everything he possibly could to look into it, to try to figure out what happened and or fix it. So yeah, I'm fairly confident, because I've seen Dark, in action when things have been brought to his attention. Like, someone said, hey, I want to be able to get in there and move rock. So yeah, no, I'm fairly confident he will. I've seen him be very, very responsive to the community. So I am very confident that he would do that. And that's one of the other reasons why I'm not walking away from the game as quickly as some other games. Because a lot of times, the reason why I walk away from the other games is because I'm just not enjoying it. It's not for me. And I walk away. But here, because I've got Majestic, I got Brick Girl, and I'm sure other players would also be able to assist. And, if I got questions, that kind of stuff, because the support is there. It's not one, and because of the fact I want to be in there and getting built, and because of the fact that also Dark is so responsive to the community, it's not a game I would easily walk away from. I would give it more chances, because of that. I wouldn't walk away so quickly, because I want to play it. This is definitely a game I could see. I love the environment. I like the beach, being on the beach. I love watching the ocean, the sunsets, the sunrises. I love all that stuff, being able to build on the beach, try and build really cool structures. I can see me doing that in this game. It's just right now I can't, because the things that would allow me to do it are stopping me from doing it. But I know it will get there. That's why I'm not going to give up on it, because I know it'll get there. I just know over time it will get there. So that's why I probably won't get back to it for a while, until either the co-op and or the tutorial. But I know it will get to that point, especially creative. If creative is what I think it is, I'm down for creative. I definitely want to see that. Yeah, but that not every new gamer would. Exactly. Yeah, you're right, Brick Girl. Not every gamer will do that. And thank you for the Leroy Jenkins, Meg. No, you're absolutely right, Brick Girl. Not every gamer would do what I'm doing. They would just walk away. They wouldn't give it a second thought. It's like, nope, this ain't for me. It's not. I'm too frustrated with it. Nope, I'm done. And so, what I've been trying to do lately, because when I get frustrated with the game, what I'm trying to learn to do, is take that frustration and turn it into a positive. What can I suggest that would help make the game better, and not just walk away going, nope, I'm done. That's it. No, what can I do? What can I suggest? What options can I put out there? Because I will always assume that even if the developer ain't there, I'm going to assume they're going to listen. That they could potentially be there listening, even if I know they're not. But you never know. There may come a time when they may not be there, but they might catch the stream later. So thank you, Meg. I appreciate that. So that's what I've been trying to do. I mean, I have my flaws. I have my moments, you know, but that's what I've been trying to do lately is turn my frustration into a positive. Go, look, here's what's frustrating me. Here's what I'm thinking could make it better, you know, and then eventually I'll come back to it. You know, I'm still open to it, but, you know, but like Brick Girl said, you know, a lot of people, a lot of gamers would just walk away. Even when I hate a game, I try and find positive feedback. That's exactly. Try, you know, frustrated, but try to find the positives. That's what I've been trying to do. I didn't used to, but that's something I'm trying to teach myself to do. Your flaws, moments, and the nutty wiener spirit. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, and what my mom tells me is when you know there's an issue, like, you know, when I'm frustrated, but I know what's causing the frustration, that's half the battle. Yeah, that's it. So when you know what's causing your frustration, when you're like I know what it is, that's half the battle. When you know what it is, you can admit, hey, this is what's bothering, this is my frustration. I need to figure out what I need to do. Once you know what that is, you're halfway there to fixing it. You're halfway there to dealing with it. That's much better when you can admit, hey, this is it. You know there's a problem. That's how I've always strived to do. Sometimes I'm not always good at it. You know, I'm human. I'm human. Yeah, so I know there wasn't much gameplay, but we've just been staring at this nice startup screen, which I actually kind of like. Startup screen is very calming. Very, very, very calming indeed. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Find the positives to try and, you know, and that way, if the developer happens to come in later, they can hear it and go, you know what? That's some good ideas. That kind of stuff. I enjoyed chatting. Yeah, I did too. It's kind of good every once in a while. Kind of slow down a little bit. I am your frustration. Yeah, no, it was good to chat a little bit. I think it was good. Because I like to think that what we, by this happening, some good came out of it. We were able to identify things that maybe because like I said, if it's never come up at all, the devs can't fix it. You know, Dark can't fix it. You know, that was the same thing when I used to do call center work, you know, tech support and call center work. If I don't know there's a problem, I can't fix it. You know, so that's the same thing. It's the same principle. If they don't know there's a problem, they can't fix it. So if no one brings it forward, they don't know that there's a problem. We came, we played, we broke it. Exactly. We came, we played, we broke it. What more do they want? I don't know. You can fix some things, but no one would ever fix me. You're screwed. Well, you know, it's like the play on an old classic rock record. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Yeah, my dad used to have that record, that album. I remember he showed it to me. It's like, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. At least we don't smell like tuna. Exactly. And I can't eat tuna, so. All right. So yeah, it's probably probably should go ahead and just wrap it up because there's not much more to do. I know we've been chatting, but there's probably not much more. But yeah, like I said, I got the schedule for the rest of the week. Sarah will be on our Koji channel tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow she will be back at 6 p.m. here on the main channel with some Skyrim. Don't wrap it. Don't wrap it. Yeah. So yeah, so that's basically, yeah, that's she'll be on the Cozy channel. I will be back Thursday with more Outer Worlds 2. Double wrap. Oh, double wrap it. Yeah, double wrap it. Yeah, exactly. Double wrap it. So yeah, more Outer Worlds 2 at noon Pacific. And then I won't most likely I'll be streaming Friday, but it probably won't be till the evening because that's why we've redone our schedule. Because before I used to stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but because Dempsey now does this, have watch your restream. I think Dark's gonna watch the stream. I think Majestic messaged Dark to watch the VOD, to see what's going on, try to duplicate it. But if you're saying you have to rewatch, yeah, you're definitely welcome to rewatch it. You're definitely welcome to rewatch it. You might be able to see me crash out a little, but then you might see the where that blur came in. Oh man, that blur. Just a little, yeah, just a little. Yeah, so yeah, that's why we reorganized our schedule so yeah to be able to join Dempsey when he does the Friday night game night. Because the way it was before, Sarah would go live for her Cozy on Friday night at 6, but then we'd have to wait till after she's done and or eat dinner right after, and then it'd be really late. We may not be able to get in to join him for the game night. So that's why we reorganized that. So that's why now I stream now Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then Friday is open for either me or Sarah to stream, depending on what's going on. You know, what games we play, you know, collab with Dempsey and everyone else on Friday night. And so it's kind of a floating day. We're streaming, but we just don't know what it may or may not be ahead of time. So that's why we've done that. We've reorganized our schedule, and that's good because, you know, it's good to change the schedule up every so often. So it's a good thing. So, yep. And then, like I said, we still got the Saturday. We still got the, we're celebrating the 500 sub, like I mentioned. So we still got that going on. And then the Next Fest all next week. So you definitely want to check out next week with all the demos. Definitely some interesting demos there. Don't know what yet because we won't know what's gonna. We know an idea already what some of the demos coming out for Next Fest, but we'll know closer and closer as we get closer to Monday. What'll be available for us to play. And sometimes we won't know till like the day of Next Fest starts. So yeah, so we're hoping to be able to check out some really cool demos. We always look forward to that, me and Sarah and I, because we've come across some really cool games by doing that. So we definitely look forward to that. And it's also a good time too, because, you know, the developers are also on the lookout for people streaming their content. And so it helps them get ideas of what they need to improve their game. So that's another reason why we like to do that, because it's a better chance of developers seeing our content and stuff like that. And then people also, they might be interested in a particular demo, and if no one covers it, but we do, you know, they might find our stream. But it's also good too, you know, because I'm sure we're not the only ones covering the same game. So, but you know, the chances are there. We enjoy it because it's fun. You know, we get to try new stuff that we normally couldn't get to do. So we look forward to Next Fest every time it comes around. It's like 3 times a year. So we love it. Good for trying new games. Yes, you're absolutely right, Brick Girl. Good for trying new games. Exactly. As a matter of fact, I think Beat Death Survival Train, I don't know if I found it through one of the Next Fest. I might have. And maybe Star Rusher might have been another one. But we have found some of the games through Next Fest demos. So, yeah, it is very good to do that, because that's when a lot of the games that normally don't have demos come out with demos, because they want to try and get attract gamers to their games. You get traction for their games. So that's why we like to cover it. We like to help the developers get people excited for their games, know, especially if we find something that's like, oh yeah, this is a cool game. We gotta, you know, we gotta play that. You know, keep an eye on it, and stuff like that. So, yeah. So definitely won't be next week. Won't be the normal games. It won't be. It'll all be pretty much Next Fest demos all next week, for the most part. So yeah, because we want to, because there's just so many games, so many games, can't play them all. So we try to cram in as many as we can. Yeah, that's what we do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and maybe let my eyes rest and give my voice a little rest too. So, thank you all for coming out, Meg, Brick Girl. I know Majestic's probably already stepped away, but thank you all for coming out. I know Kirk was here a little bit. I don't know if Kirk still is. I think Icarus was here too. Might still be lurking in the background. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching and helping support the stream. And I do apologize. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But there are some positives that came out of it, and that's what's important. You know, we found some issues that need to be looked at, and that the developer may not have been aware of. So that to me is a positive, even though I didn't have a good experience. But the positive is we found something that the developer may not have known about. And that to me is a good thing, because then they can address that and make and keep the experience good for other people. So that's what's important, is we find that we look at the positives and move forward. That's a good thing. All being all part of being a gamer streamer. Exactly. All the laughs. Yes, and the laughs too. There's Kirk. I thought Kirk was still lurking. Yeah, and all the laughs. Exactly. Stay positive. I mean, yeah, frustration's going to happen. Crash outs are going to happen, you know. But like I said, we try to find the positives, move forward, and that's what counts. So, again, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed on YouTube and you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing. If you're on Twitch and you haven't followed, but you're enjoying the content, please follow there. Another way to help support the channel is we have memberships available on YouTube, and you can also subscribe on Twitch as well. It's another way to help support. Not required, but always appreciated. So yeah, if you're looking at another way to support, you can definitely do that if you want. It's not required. And if you've already subscribed and followed and become a member or got a subscription, thank you. We do appreciate it. It does help us out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to park this train for the day. If anyone wants to go ahead and play the blurb, get off my train. I know Icarus will if he's here. Get off my train. So yeah, I'm going to park the train here for the day.
Get off my train!
There we go. Thank you for get off my train. That's right. Parking the train for the day. And then I will be back on Thursday at noon for more Outer Worlds 2. I hope to see you all then. YouTube represent. That's right. YouTube represent. So I hope to see you all there on Thursday for the Outer Worlds 2, because I'm trying to get that push through that as fast as I can, because I'm going to be losing my Game Pass in probably about a month. So I want to try and beat that game as fast as I can. So, yep. So I hope to see you all there. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight and catch you all next time. Bye, everybody.